Koholo Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rukakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and hedges. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. I'm the brother Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Boston, Mass. As always, I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. Okay, the name of this one is In the News, NATO moving missiles closer to Russia's borders. In the news, NATO moving missiles closer to Russia's borders, okay? And I'll get right to it. I got this from End Time Headlines. All right, I follow them actually on Instagram. And they put out a lot of good content. This actually came out Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And it reads, right, NATO is now moving missiles closer to Russia's borders, okay? It says NATO countries are implementing a rotational air defense model stationed in Lithuania in response to calls from the Baltic states to boost Europe's defense capabilities in the regions. According to Lithuanian Defense Minister Arvydas Anasauskas, who spoke about the defense models at a press conference Thursday. The defense system will be operational in his nation later this year, right? Later this year, 2024. NATO countries agreed to create a rotational system in which allied countries will deploy air defense systems to the Baltic states for a period of time during the Vilnius NATO summit in the Slovakia. During the Vilnius NATO summit, it reads, Anusauskas did not state which Western countries are involved in the first round of air defense being installed in Lithuania, but did say that the equipment includes Patriot surface-to-air missile systems. Now, real quick, right? Two things. First of all, the Vilnius NATO summit is actually a meeting that these NATO countries and their allies, right, or NATO member countries and their allies hold, right? And the second thing I wanted to touch on real quick is the Patriot surface-to-air missile system. Now, they said here, Anusauskas did not state which Western countries are involved in the first round of air defense being installed in Lithuania, but did say that the equipment includes Patriot surface-to-air missile systems. Now, a quick check online, right? You type in, for example, you could type in who created Patriot surface-to-air missiles system, and it comes out as the U.S. right, Babylon Army Missiles Command. It says the U.S. Army Missile Command first developed the Patriot concept in 1961 as the Army Air Defense System for the 1970s, AADS 70s, whatever that means. But I bring this up to mention the fact that this is the baby, right, a creation of Babylon, okay, who the world calls the United States, right? So when it reads here that that they didn't state which Western countries are involved, you could bet your bottom dollar that Babylon is definitely that country, right? Because ironically enough, when you scroll down, you'll read something that says like people also ask, and one of them I found was what nations use the Patriot missile system. Now check this out. It says Patriot is in service with the U.S. and allied countries. Okay, so their enemies don't hold this, right? It says including Germany, Greece, Israel, Japan, Kuwait, the Netherlands, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, Poland, Sweden, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Emirates, however you say that, Romania, Spain, and Taiwan. U.S. forces deployed the Patriot missile system during the 2003 Iraq conflict. Okay, so these are the countries that have that capability. Okay, and if you read all of them, they're all in the East. Okay, so if anybody from the West is providing that, is definitely Babylon. I will say I don't know why they lie, but I mean these are the devils, man, talking, and all these NATO countries for the most part, man, so-called white ones, they're all Edomites, man. They're all a bunch of devils, and that's what they do is lie, right? Back to the article. It says the defense official told reporters that the Patriots were being provided by a European ally, not the United States, right? Which is bullshit. The expectation is that this principle would not be a one-off thing for several months, but would cover all of our calendar months and significantly increase our air defense capabilities. Anusauskas said, as quoted by Lithuanian National Radio and Television. So this guy got on the radio and actually said that, because they're allied to NATO, and we know that once these devils get power, man, they don't, if they increase power, they don't decrease, right? They try to hold that type of power. You're seeing that now, especially with the governor of New York calling in, I think, was it the National Guard, I think, and to basically do stop and searches, which was like illegal, or they banned it for a while, and now I guess it's back, in the state of New York. And then she later on came out with another idea. I don't know when this is going to be implemented, but basically she's saying that if not her, someone out there in New York, I forget who, but some higher ups, right? If not the governor, somebody else, some other politician or government official, is basically saying that they should also implement, not letting convicted felons to ride public transportation, which is so crazy, right? Because I mean, if they're letting you out back to society after you did your time, it's something that you should be allowed to do, no matter what. And we know that a lot of people, change their ways for the most part, man, and get legit jobs, and work, and a lot of people, let's say from those boroughs, man, work in other boroughs, for the most part, Manhattan, they call it money-making Manhattan for a reason, man, because that's where the money's at, whether you get in illegally or illegally, that's where most of the employment is at. But nonetheless, man, there's public transportation throughout that whole city, man, in all the boroughs, including Manhattan. So it's interesting to see the upcoming, days and weeks of how that's going to play out. But my point is that once these people get a hold of that type of power, they only increase more. They don't let up. They don't let up at all. So that's just how the devil does. You know what I mean? I'll read a couple more paragraphs on this. This is a short read, but it says Newsweek reached out to NATO's press office via email for more information on Friday. Several European countries have raised concerns that Russia's war against Ukraine could eventually lead to greater conflict between Moscow and NATO. Okay, so a lot of these European countries are not with it, especially like the citizens, right? The slaves of these countries, right? They're not with it, man. They don't want war. All right, even though Esau is very warlike, and the Lord designed him to be that vessel of dishonor, right? But at the same time, the Lord is making a division, man, between these people, man, between this nation. It's evident, man, because a lot of these people don't want no smoke with nobody, from what I hear and read. even Putin himself don't want no war, because he's calling it how it is. He's like, yo, man, I mean, after this, it's a wrap. I think he said something along the lines like, he knows that if war breaks out, nuclear war, the only difference is that the Russians are gonna go to heaven, and that's what he says, right? And the Babylonians are gonna go to hell. You know what I'm saying? So they know that they're gonna be. I think it's called mutual destruction, man. It's once these ICBMs go up, man, they don't come back, man. You know what I'm saying? And all they do is destroy, and leave places desolate for decades, man, if not centuries. And we know that this coming third woe that's soon approaching, right? As I'm reading here, it's going to leave Babylon desolate, forever. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be basically a monument, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to make an example out of this place. But this is exactly what this article is going into, man, because they a lot of these people don't want no wars, because if once those missiles go up, man, it's at a point of no return. Even before those buttons are pushed, man, it's gonna get to a point of no return. What we're reading now is these rumors, right? Because these rumors of war and this war talk, you know what I mean? The war drums being sounded off. So you got to prepare for that, man, spiritually, because this is going to go down. Okay, the last thing I'm going to read is the very last paragraph. It says, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia have been some of the loudest members of NATO that have urged the Western Bloc to prepare for Russia's next offensive in the region. Estonia's Foreign Intelligence Service, for example, has said that Russia is preparing for war against NATO countries within the next 10 years. Now, first and foremost, these devils like to throw out numbers to try to not only try to offset, prophecy, but also to throw people off, basically, right? Because especially those of us in this truth, man, because we know what's going on. We're measuring these times, okay, which is probably a scripture that I'll end off with later. But God's will. But we know this is going down, man. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, the Lord is just gonna let the angels, you know what I'm saying, basically work in the minds of these men to kick this off, man. Okay? And he says here that they say here that it was Lithuania and Latvia, and Estonia are the ones that are being the loudest, but we know that they want what the bigger ones want, right? Like the Europeans and Europe and Babylon, you know what I mean? Canada, all these allied niggas, that they want this type of rotational system to go on, because they want to get their guns as close as possible to Russia, man. And it makes sense that they do so, right? So I mean, it's going down, man. A lot of these articles are coming out every day, basically, man. And the more days go by, or even hours, man, the clearer it gets, man, and even more detail of what the Lord got in store for this place, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna go down, man. It's gonna go down, and the Lord, and the Lord set it up that way. Okay. Now let's get a few scriptures. All right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 11. It says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." Okay. And basically, man, the Lord how do I put it, man? We prophesy about it, but the Lord basically put it in play, man, because this is the Lord's movie. So this is the dramatic action part, man. When these people start, talking smoke, talking war, talking about wars and basically getting on defense and offense, right? And putting it out there, and people doing, their due diligence and reporting on it, and basically it's all of the Lord, man. Man's goings are of the Lord, man's goings are of the Lord, how the book of Proverbs says, man. And the Lord's will is for these devils to prepare, okay? As the scripture says, he mustereth the host to the battle, man. All right, he prepares and he puts in the mind. He works in the minds of these armies, man, to go to war. Okay, I mean, shit. When they're even gonna think, they're gonna be scared as shit once they see, that sky crack and the Lord coming through with his angels, man. And the scripture says they thirst fight. Meaning, in other words, the Lord, even though they're scared to death, man, the Lord's still gonna put in their spirit, to fight, which is bananas, right? But beautiful, because it's like, wow, like that's the Lord's power, man. These people are gonna be going Mach 7, trying to get out of the Lord's way or run from the Lord, but the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them niggas to spin the block, man, and come back and then just get basically killed, man. You know what I mean? This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry," though this war, right, this third woe seems to be tarrying, seems to be delaying or taking its time, you have to what? Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. This is definitely going down, man. Okay? NATO moving missiles closer to Russia's borders, man. This is going down soon. Okay, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not." Okay, so basically we're hearing these things, man, and what are we doing? Preparing. We're not shaken by it. We're not being troubled by it, right? Because the Lord gives the spirit of courage, not of fear. Okay, and when you have the courage, when you have that spirit of courage that the Lord Yahweh Shah has imparted to you, man, you're able to think rational, right? And when you know better, you do better. So what are we doing, man? We praying for mercy, right? We're praying that the Lord spares us, man, when that time comes. We're praying to endure to the end, man, because we all want to make it in those chariots, man. Okay, we all want to be spared from the misery, man, that this place is about to go through, man. Okay, it's gonna be all out hell, man. Okay, a very, very bad condition all over, man. You hear brothers calling it what is it? Shit hit the fan, right? SHTF, shit hit the fan. So this shit's about to hit the fan soon, man. Okay, so you gotta wait on that. This will be the last scripture I'll bring out. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. I'll read from 7 to 8. It says, "Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, in Yahweh's hands." Now, the reason I'm bringing this scripture up, man, because ultimately, man, everything that's brewing up out there, man, in the East, man, is for the downfall of the West, man. Babylon, okay? To see this bitch burning, basically, to leave this place desolate, man. That's the Lord's will, okay? Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand. It's been a when you're walking on the dirt, on the concrete, or even like in shallow waters, and you see something shiny, you want to go and grab it because it could be valuable, right? It's shiny. That's how Babylon was to the world, man. This little shiny thing. Babylon have been more than a shiny thing, right? Because look the way it's describing it. You just hear about how it's describing it. It says, "Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken," right? "The nations have drunken of her wine, of her philosophy." Yeah? The Lord made it look really, really pretty, sound good. You know what I mean? They all took a sip of that, and then they kept passing that cup around, man, rotating it until they all got drunk off of it, basically. And it says, "The nations have drunken off her wine, of her philosophies. Therefore, the nations are mad." Not only pissed off, man, but crazy, man. These people are all bugged out. Okay, and it's evident, man. These elites are a bunch of goddamn psychopaths, man. It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed, man. But she's not gonna be healed, man. It's a total wrap, as they say, man, for this place, man. You know, curtains down, curtains closed, however it is that phrase goes, man. You know, for this place, the Lord's gonna destroy this place, and before He does so, He's making a very dramatic and what's the word? He's making it heat up before it actually happens. I forget the word that brothers be using at the moment. You know, He's intensifying it, in other words. Okay, so I pray that this lesson was edifying, man. Brothers, keep reading those articles, man. Stay on your watch, man. Stay on your watch, man. So you won't be caught, man, with basically your pants down, as they say, man. You gotta stay watching, stay focused, man. Okay, so I pray this lesson was edifying, and in closing, I want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles who teach and rule well. Also salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. Shalom.